Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides. FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins.
Set 180, block 15.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming.
Load it.
Tighten up.
Greystone, travel.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Space to maneuver at the 40. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Rush in.
Buffalo one.
Rush in.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And some room to run now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 26 yards. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 20.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he goes out right around the 39.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go. 180.
56. I'm coming.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! 12, fellas, here we go. 6-6, pull it high.
I'm coming after you. 36, 36.
They'll run with Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Here we go. Six.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 38 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Wait, 89!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Focus, defense, focus.
Load it! Load it!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, D. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, baby.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check Mike. Watch it, 5. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 1, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Cooper's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
49, check 49, check.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. One receiver to the left is Cooper, and the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Orange 5-4.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
And the Washington Redskins first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back 390. Ground 80.
Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 4. We got 4.
Q. Red.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They gonna need some.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 380.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Show it up. Show it up.
Cluster. Behind.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers slings this deep from McLaurin into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Break. Come on, sack. 1500. 1500.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers to throw this time. It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Here we go again.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Braxton Miller keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
10th carry now for Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now Garoppolo. He finds his man Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Orange bound 4.
Check right. Watching you five.
3rd and long for Rivers. He locates Walker, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 180.
55. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Split.
Throwing, Rivers. Complete. Richardson has it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's it, baby. We got work.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Guys, that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Set. Green 80. 190.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm coming for you, son.
Wait, 89.
From the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This is Elliott. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey. Shift! Watch the shift!
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. I'm coming. Shift! Kill!
It's Geis on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter, you're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
One, Omaha. Hey, alert!
On play action, now Garoppolo. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180!
Check 55, Hey! Under 10!
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd.
Here we go. 180!
16-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
And a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Around 80.
65, 65, 65.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. 20! And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cordero Patterson, 46 yards. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense.
Hey, easy, easy.
55, Mike, 55. I got you.
Throwing Rivers. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Richardson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Left.
55, Mike, dog, 55.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Let's bring it.
Spud.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, let's get the ball. Mike, 55. 55.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Buffalo one.
Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. I got you, pump.
Rivers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Wait, 89.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready? Check.
Alpha!
Second down, McKinnon. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, ready? 61, 54, Mike, 54. It's a party now. It's a party now.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set 180! 180!
Here we go. Hey, we got tight left. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta!
54. Mike, 54. Hey, here I come.
From the gun, Rivers. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists in their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go.
So
here we
they
go.
had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
21. Here we go. X3. 2X10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
54 Mike. Now let's run. Alert 3.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go. 180.
Single.
White.
Kid 21. All day, just like that.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Out. Slam.
White. Go ahead, man.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it.
Here's McKinnon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here again is McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike, here we go. Now to work. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
A 1st carry for Samaje Perine. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Stay there. Block 11.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
On 1st down, McKinnon looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Keep it skinny.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And Diggs has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Redskins 45. Cowboys 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
Here we go.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You got tape. You got tape right there.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go, here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are.
Here we go, here we go,
and in
here we
this
go.
case, he created another pass interference call.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Marks 56. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try again with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Here we go,
Now
here we go.
Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try.
Check.
Stick.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
We're okay. 180.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they will take a knee here.
Tonight's final
Well, my
score,
friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Redskins, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.